What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and version 13.3 is now officially live in-game. However, this new update didn't really bring a hell of a lot of new stuff, and no really new characters or anything like that, but we did get now the official reveal and the official well, I guess debut of the brand new piece of content called the Trial Co-op Quest. Now, in the initial release information of version 13.3, they did mention that this is just a trial version of this content. So this is not going to be the final version of the content that officially releases later on in 2024. This is just a really good way to test out what they're developing, and once this trial period is over, I believe we're going to be receiving a survey in which we are able to give them our feedback as to what they can do to improve this game mode. I have actually already had a brief little trial of this, and it's interesting to say the least, and it's pretty much as they did advertise. It is essentially multiplayer One Piece Treasure Cruise, which is crazy that they've actually been able to develop this in the first place. One thing about it that I don't like, though, is that when you play in this quest, you actually cannot choose who you partner up against. So if you're trying to like beat this content, it can be really difficult if the other player that you're with doesn't know what to do in that certain piece of content. So I think that's going to be one of the main issues moving forward here. It does give us a bit of information here, so it tells you how to play. Now, there are two different crews that you can select. There's a Dex crew and there's a Strength crew, and we'll go through it as we go along. But basically, both players are going to have one of each crews, and then once one crew has completely died, then it will fail the run for both players. It does give a bit more information here as well about this, but if you complete all of these missions, you can get up to 30 rainbow gems, so they want you to do this. There is an incentive to play this game mode, which is a good thing. You know, I like that the fact that they've added 30 gems onto it, so they want everyone to give it a shot, and I really implore you guys to give this a really good hot crack, because I think it's just a fascinating game mode. So there are 3 different difficulties. There's the easy, normal, and there is a hard difficulty. You need to play each of them once in order to unlock all of the difficulties, of course. So I've already played the easy mode before. We're going to go ahead and jump into the normal difficulty for this clip here. So as I mentioned, there are 2 different crews that you can select, and I think a lot of people won't even notice it. There is this crew here with the characters from Wano, and if we swipe over to the next one, we have the Strength crew. We'll see how things progress, but the thing is that these are characters that are not really in the game. So if we actually just hover over Luffy real quick, this Luffy is normally a side character, but for the purposes of the trial quest, he's actually going to be a Strength character, a different captain ability, different special ability. Make sure to read these specials because they're going to be important in this content, so we're going to go ahead and try that. However, because I feel like a lot of noob players are not going to swipe to see the other side, I think we're going to try the Dex team, and then hopefully players that are a bit more in tune with what's going on are able to swipe, and we'll see what happens. But we have to just have a quick breakdown of what's happening here. So Momo is essentially the same as Luffy. He's got a healing effect. We have the Yamato here, who changes slots into matching. We have the Kinemon, who is an AoE special. We have the Okiku, which reduces defense up by 5 turns. And then we've got Denjiro, who reduces damage reduction by 5 turns. And then we've got Hiyori, which is our 2.5 times attack boost for 1 turn. Alright, we'll see what happens. We'll go ahead and run it and play co-op with another crew. If HP reaches 0, it is game over. Now, from here, it's going to connect us to another player, and we actually can see who that player is once we start getting a go at this. So let's see what happens. Trial Co-op Quest, stage 1 of 6. So Kiyaya is going to be our friend for this one, and you can see that this is them playing right now. They have the Straw Hat crew. They've gone ahead and attacked, and they go ahead and charges their specials. Once that has gone, we actually take over. So you take it in turns with your crews. So we're here with our Wano crew, and we'll just go ahead and attack with Hiyori. Get the knockout on this guy, and the whole purpose of this obviously is to just charge our crews for the first couple of stages. You can see in the top left hand corner that my friend who is joining me in this quest does have full HP, which is good. You can actually monitor the HP at the end of every turn, which is very, very important, because you see on the screen I can only see my own crew. I can't see my opponents or my co-op friends HP, cooldowns, matching slots and stuff like that. You don't get to see that kind of stuff, which is interesting. So it's connecting here. I think the person's using their AoE special here, which makes it a little bit easier to get the knockout. However, you see that they are not going to kill everyone in one turn. I think they did. Okay, it did actually kill everyone in one turn. Okay, that was a little confusing, but okay, that's all good. So we're here with Conjurer and the Orochi. I don't know if I need to use any of the specials here. I don't think I need to. I think we'll just go ahead and attack, I think. Let's see. Okay, I think I probably needed to attack and use a special. I thought for sure we would have had enough damage, but apparently not. So now Kiaya is going to be taking the reins. Hopefully getting the kill this time, but the fact that this person is running a full strength team is not going to be very good versus Conjurer, unless if Conjurer doesn't have... Oh, I should have attacked the Conjurer characters and leave the Orochi for me. That's what I should have done. That was a mistake. I should have attacked Conjurer, but it's fine. I'll be able to get the kill this time. And hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay, so they've taken a bit of damage there, but that's fine. We can go ahead and kill Conjurer now. This should be pretty comfortable. That was my bad. I should have killed Conjurer first. But now we're on to stage 5, which is Big Mom. So what does Big Mom actually do? I don't think we get to see the preemptive attacks of Big Mom, which I think is kind of a shame. I would have loved to have seen what Big Mom's actually doing here, rather than the opponent's turn goes and I don't get to see anything. Unless if Big Mom is not doing anything right now. I'm not 100% sure. But Big Mom being Psy here is interesting because she doesn't have any type advantage against us, or we don't have type advantage against her. But the opponent, our friend here, was able to kill Big Mom pretty comfortably. Bit of damage inflicted to them, and she will revive with 10 turns of increased defense. So I think this is where we're going to use a defense reduction special. And then my opponent, or my friend, my co-op friend, will use their special to remove the defense as well. But I'm pretty sure I can't do any damage here because of that defense, which is fine. And now the co-op friend should use their special, because both crews, I believe, have a special that remove increased defense. And that's another thing as well. Remember that the when this eventually releases, when this game mode officially comes out, you're not going to have a pre-built team ready for you. You actually have to build your own team, which is going to be fascinating to see how people can come up with teams and work together in order to get this done. But that's also going to be a thing as well, because if it actually relies on 2 people using lots of specials, it means you really have to cooperate with your friend. So I don't really know how this is all going to work. Anyways, we're on the final stage versus Kaido now. I'm going to go ahead and use a special here. Let's go ahead and change our slots into matching. And we'll go ahead and use... Actually, I'm going to use this special to heal us. So that heals both crews, which is really cool. I'm going to use the attack boosting special. I hope I'm not doing this wrong, and then eventually I'm going to need to use another special. Okay, that was definitely more damage than what was required, but that's okay. So Kaido is going to revive here. Do a lot of damage to us. And he has 4 turns of % damage reduction, which is a shame actually, because I actually have the damage reduction special, but I think my opponent has a resilience removing special. Yeah, I believe, yeah, their Robin removes the resilience, and then I have the special that removes the rainbow shield, so I'll be able to get the kill here, which is cool. So he's trying to increase his damage, but I don't think it actually means much here. But yeah, this is basically how it works, and I think at the moment this is a very bare bones version of the game mode. Obviously, it's still in development, but I think this has a lot of potential if... so long as you're allowed to, you know, find a certain person that you want to have as your co-op friend, just to make sure that you know what you're doing. You know, if you're with a person that doesn't know what they're doing, then it's going to take forever to beat this content. But I think in this instance here, like, if you have someone that knows what they're doing and can get the job done, I think that this is going to be a pretty fun game mode. So long as, you know, the game mode has good rewards and there's actually incentives to play it. But I think overall, there is a lot of positives that we can take out of this, but of course it all comes down to us conveying to them the positives of what they've done here, but also we need to be constructive in terms of the criticism that we give them to make this a little bit better in the future, because there are still a few things that need a bit of work. Obviously, the fact that it is a random matchup, I think that does make sense though, considering, you know, these are pre-built teams. if, you know, you could build whatever team you want and it was still a random matchup, that would be terrible. But if you could pre-build a team with someone else in mind, work together with someone, and then jump into this quest where you can work with a person that you know, and you can talk with them, and you can understand how the content works, this could be really, really fun and could make for some awesome videos in the future with other content creators and friends. This would be absolutely awesome. So we'll have to wait and see how things progress in the future. But that's pretty much it. Obviously, we have the hard difficulty quest. I'll probably bring you guys a video a little bit later on in terms of beating the hard quest, because I have heard a lot of things about it and it actually be a little bit difficult. But we'll see. Of course, it is dependent on the person that you have as your friend and how they can actually interact with the content as well. So we'll see how things go, but that's going to wrap it up from me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the new trial co-op quest down below in the comment section. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video though, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.